So nice to see you, George.
It's so nice to see you.
Many
Dave.
wonderful things have happened in your life since the last time we saw you.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of wonderful things have happened. What are you doing?
I'm talking about your lovely.
No, I understand.
Wife.
I don't care. I don't want to talk about that.
You don't want to. You don't want to talk about your wife.
Let me see. Let me see your wrist. Let me see that just for a second here.
Wait a minute. What is? No. Okay. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No, 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 no,
Wait a minute.
no, no.
He is gone.
You're not going anywhere, David Letterman.
I need to talk to my lawyer.
That's right. You have the right to remain silent.
You're not going anywhere,
Oh.
David Letterman.
Now, George, is this something left over from the Bachelor days?
No, I know.
I don't want to do this.
No,
Get me out.
Well, you're going to have to go out there and find the key. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, and well, neither are you.
Well, that's true too. I hadn't thought this all the way.
thought it through.
It could make for an awkward evening.
Yeah. Or maybe
well,
not.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Really? David, here's the thing,
Yeah.
and this is what bothers me.
Okay.
So, for many, many years, as you know, I was not a married man. You know, I was a single guy. I was out gallivanting.
Enjoying life.
Sure.
Yeah.
I spent my time out at night, in the evenings, during the week even
Right.
sometimes. So I would tape your show in the old days, or DVR it, or
thank
TV.
you.
You know,
Sure.
I'd come home and I'd watch it late at night or early in the morning, and I'd catch up with you. I'm a married man now, Dave.
Right.
I'm home.
Good.
I'm home with my wife. I turn on the TV, and now I hear you're not going to be there.
That's right. I'm not going to.
That's not okay.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, George.
No.
It'll.
I've been watching the show, and all these people coming on the show talking about how sad it is, and what a wonderful person you are, and all that. You're not.
Been very flattering.
This is a terrible thing you're doing.
Well, I appreciate that.
All of us.
Well, no, but that's very kind of you.
It hurts.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, what about the circulation in my right hand? What are we going to do about that?
I hadn't put cuffs on a man before. Except for clearly Paul, who's been cuffed.
It was late. It was
Hamburglar.
late, and I didn't think you were going to mention that.
The Hamburglar. Now, it's impossible to have a conversation about anything being handcuffed, but
yeah, it's not so easy, is it?
I'm curious to know about your wife. Tell me about, she's a human rights lawyer?
She is, yes.
What does that entail?
Well, there are people in the world whose rights have been taken away.
Right here, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at one right here. This is a human rights violation, if ever there was.
Not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Yeah, you think that's funny, but those keys are gone.
I don't think it's funny.
You're stuck.
I thought it was funny for about the first 20 seconds.
No, it's not funny, is it?
No. And then you heaved the key out.
I threw it out there.
Where did you kids, do you mind if I call you kids?
Sure,
Where
you
did
call
you
us
meet?
kids
Yeah.
now. We met. We met in Lake Como. She was a friend of a friend who came to visit, and then I chased her for many months, calling and writing and those kind of things.
I'm fascinated by your wife.
Yes.
Because here's something I would like to know a lot about. Human rights and people who are working to make them automatic.
Well, it's a very difficult thing, as you know, and it takes diligence, and it will never completely succeed, obviously. But it's certainly.
You know what? I heard a guy on the radio the other day say that everything that's right in the world didn't happen automatically.
I think that's probably true.
It had to be fought for, and that's what your wife is doing.
That's true.
Now,
Free David Letterman. Free him.
Now, compare a day in your life with a day in your wife's life.
Thanks for that. Thank you for that. Well, we have very similar, as you can imagine, days. She will go, for instance, to Egypt, let's say, where a journalist is being held. and she will then argue for his release at the risk of going to Egypt and ticking off the Egyptians, which you certainly don't want to do while in Egypt.
A fine line to walk.
Yes, you don't want to do that.
Any circumstance.
And I handcuffed myself to a guy who was leaving town. It's not very similar, really.
All right, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to go down to the props department and find a hacksaw. And then we'll be right back with George Clooney, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another installment of Judge Judy.
No. Thank you.
Now, do you, where do you call home now? I know you've lived for a long time in Italy, in the Lake Country, and California, and where are you?
Well, I've bought my wife and I have bought a place, a little island on the Thames outside of London.
Oh my God! It sounds even as delightful as your place on Lake Como.
It's a beautiful spot, and it's a beautiful little hamlet, a little town, and we share the island with a dinner theater. Oh yes,
Really, a place where they serve dinner and then also
you see a play.
So-
So I actually have a retirement plan. You see,
dinner theater.
yes, you can come if you'd like.
Why didn't I think of dinner theater?
No, you and I, we could do 12 Angry Men, the two of us.
How big is now the Thames? I've seen the Thames.
It's not-
And it's not. It's about the same width as the Hudson in places.
Yes, it's
So how big is the island?
not a very big island. It is an island, but it's
Yeah.
very small.
How do you get out there?
You cross a bridge.
There's a bridge to the island.
There is a bridge to the island.
So it's a
yes.
footbridge to the island.
No, you can drive to
drive
it.
out to the
Sure,
island.
and then the house was built in 1680.
Wow.
That's old.
Wow. And a little community there, a little town, a little village.
Beautiful village. There's a pub called the Bull that I go to. That's fantastic.
Oh boy. Now, here's what I never understood. The pubs all shut down right around 10:30, 11, don't they, in England?
I haven't experienced that really. Maybe this is just something that they did to you.
Maybe. Yeah. That's right. I was shut down.
That'll be enough, Mr. Letterman. Thank you.
So, like after dinner, you and your wife might stroll to the pub?
You stroll. The interesting thing is you have to, from my home, walk through a graveyard to get there, which is fine going there. It's a little different coming back through a graveyard after you've been imbibing, at the pub. It's a graveyard in the middle of the night. You're not going anywhere. You're not leaving.
You have beautiful eyes.
Thank you. Can I, let me just say this, by the way, because the truth is that we, what you have meant to all of us as fans.
Oh, no.
Yes. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to say it. Here's the thing. I've watched you, Dave. I've been at home. I've watched you in my underwear. There's not many men I've watched in my underwear. I've watched you in my underwear. I can make you talk, not talk. Here's the thing. What you've meant to us, all of us, with so many of the laughs and everything else, but also the moments like walking us through times that we didn't know what to do, like 9/11, and where we weren't sure when we could laugh again. And all of that, you may be going off the air, but you belong to us for the ages, my friends.
Very sweet of you. Thank you, George. Thank you. Is that it? That's it. There,
You just took a picture of the audience.
Yeah.
This is when the wrong age of people take selfies. It's pictures of
Look
other
at that.
people.
Look at. It's George and his grandfather.
Now,
Tell me about the. I so wished I had been a part of the wedding because I knew it was going to be the right kind of event.
oh, it was a good wedding. The thing was that when we there we go. When we were passing out the invitation.
Did you go to the bathroom before you came out here?
I did.
Good.
And I washed and washed. 'Cause I know how you are. It's starting to hurt, isn't it?
It really
You
started
ca-
to hurt. I just like to...
You know, the more you move, the tighter it gets. It's
Yeah.
like one of those.
Oh, I just
tighten it up.
Yeah, good for me.
You better be. It's a souvenir for those people.
Tell me about you and our friend Bill Murray. People know this guy as a wonderful film actor, comedian, great personality, charismatic. But as a human being, you just don't get much better.
That's the truth.
As a guy than Bill Murray.
He gave a toast at my wedding. It was very fun. He is, he's one of those guys. You get a call and he'll say, "I'm here," and you go, "Where?" And he'll be at your house,
That's
and
right.
then just stick around. And we have, sometimes we'll just sit and watch television, not really speak. We used to watch you. Yeah, and that's over.
And comfortable. Bill is comfortable in any circumstance, really. Yeah.
I just did Paul and I just did a Bill Murray Christmas special.
That's what I understand.
And I sit on a piano bench with Paul and pretend to sing, which they don't let me. And I rode in a sleigh with Miley Cyrus being pulled by the Rockettes.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
It's almost as nice as being handcuffed, too.
Yeah. And this will be where
I don't know.
Is it a movie? Is it what is it, Paul?
Well, I think it's going to be seen on Netflix. Isn't that
I don't know.
next Christmas? That's what my understanding is.
It is?
Yeah.
Because I just showed up,
He showed up and sat on my piano band and shook a thing. I thought he was playing percussion. He was actually mixing a martini.
No, I have certain skills.
Yeah.
My musical talents end right at the shaker.
Is your wife's not here now? Because I know she's teaching at Columbia.
She was teaching in Columbia. She's finished, and now she's in London. She's got a couple of cases that she's right in the middle of. She has like 11 cases going right now. So she's got a lot of cases.
Now, does she work for a world government agency? Does she work?
She's independent. Barristers are independently.
And so she would be hired case to case.
Basically.
Wow,
and so
that's amazing.
She's got some. She represents Julian Assange in his extradition, and she works with. So she has some pretty amazing.
Now,
clients.
Julian Assange, the WikiLeaks guy.
Yeah.
Is he still in the Ecuadorian embassy or
He is.
wherever?
He's holed up in the Ecuadorian embassy.
And what will become of him?
I don't know.
So he's now property, so to speak, of Ecuador.
I don't know that Ecuador actually owns him,
Right.
as a person.
But he is on their
He's on their land,
international
Yeah.
Extended boundary of
which
the,
is actually a very small little building.
Yeah. Have you met?
I have not. No, I haven't.
Did she talk to you about the cases?
We talk about the cases somewhat.
Because a lot of this would be privileged conversations.
And also I don't think she really wants to tell me too much.
Yeah.
I think she looks at me and thinks he's not going to understand this.
I'm just wasting my time here.
The words are too big. Why should they won't understand?
Oh God. Oh God. All right. Well.
What are we going to do now?
I don't know, George.
We're not going anywhere.
No.
You had your chance. I'm married.
Really? I had my chance? When was that?
Kissing Julia Roberts.
She's lovely.
Isn't she great?
Well, normally I'd ask you if you'd like to stay around, but under these circumstances, you're staying around.
Well, you're.
Yeah, and when and by the way, thank you for all the nice things you said, and thank you for your friendship over the years and your great talent. George Clooney, ladies and gentlemen, right here. We'll be right back with Ouch, Tom Waits.